What's going on, everybody? It's your boy JP. Finally doing my video review, or my quick overview as I like to call them, on the T-Mobile OnePlus 7T Pro 5G McLaren. That's right. I've honestly had it for about a month and a half. Long overdue for this video. I'm not sure which video I talked about it in. It was one of my last two where I did state that I was going to have this up in another week or two, and it took me even longer than that. I do apologize. Honestly, the reason why I'm still doing this is, I realized this came out last year. It's still relatively new, though. It came out in December. It's an exclusive device. This definitely isn't something that you're going to, OnePlus phones are already rare, but this specific model isn't something that you're just going to run past, on a daily basis. It's unique. Honestly, this is a phone that a lot of people would still have a pleasure using in 2020, in 2021, even with the Galaxy S20s out now, which I'm actually using to record this, a Galaxy S20 5G. It is a US model, factory unlocked direct from Samsung, which I'll be doing a video on as well. There's a lot in this box, tons. There's your what do they call it? Your Warp Charge 30T, and it does charge extremely fast. And honestly, I'll just get right to the only negative that I really have on this phone is the battery life. Another reason why I'm doing this video is because there's not a lot of videos on it. This and the Galaxy Note 10 Plus 5G came out around the same time, but there's a lot more videos on the Note 10 Plus 5G than there is on the OnePlus 7T Pro 5G McLaren. I'm talking about the 5G specifically. There's not a lot of videos on it. I mean, even the non-5G international McLaren 7T Pro, there's very few videos out on it. And I mean, it's the same thing as the 7T Pro. Honestly, they didn't really do anything to make it McLaren, because the 7T Pro is, has the new 30, the new 30 watt T warp charge. That, the faster charging is what made the original McLaren, the 6T. It had faster charging than the 6T that was just released a month before it, back in 2019 or I'm sorry, 2018, if y'all remember correctly. I mean, honestly, the only McLaren thing about this phone as far as speed would be if you got the 5G version. But there is a non-5G version, which just doesn't make sense to me. You can get the other one with 12 gigs of RAM, which is what this has, and 256 gigs of internal storage, no expansion. That's my other gripe, but it's typical OnePlus. No wireless charging, no IP rating. Those aren't deal breakers to me as they are for other people. No headphone jack. Honestly, the lack of expandable memory is more of a deal breaker to me than the other stuff. But even that's not a deal breaker to me. But that is a reason why I love my Galaxy S20 5G so much, which I'll get to in that video. But there's the awesome carbon fiber and suede case that comes with this phone, McLaren style. It has the McLaren logo. There's a little bit of hair on it there. It's a box, part of the box. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to this phone, y'all. I mean, seriously, a lot of stuff. This phone it's gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. The orange hues in it are fantastic. If you look at the designs, I don't know if you could pick that up there. I mean, it is beautiful. Yeah, I mean, it's great. Let's see. Does have the in-display fingerprint sensor. Of course, duh. Everyone knew that. Has the pop-up selfie. This is originally T-Mobile. Here in Shreveport, Louisiana, I do get 5G. And the low band sub-6 5G in, band N71. And I've been impressed with it, honestly. T-Mobile still doesn't work at my house all the way, but it has gotten better. I do actually get LTE here for once, and I didn't really until recently. So, of course, 5G is probably going to be a little ways away over here, but everywhere else in Shreveport, I get it. It's just the thing with my neighborhood. I don't know what it is, and I don't live in the boondocks or anything like that, but it has gotten better. It has gotten better. The little signal boosters, they never helped me. So, before anybody says anything. But I did get this unlocked, and I've used it with AT&T, but it only gets LTE on AT&T. This phone only has the 5G frequencies for T-Mobile and Sprint. I think Sprint is N41, if I'm not mistaken. They're mid-band. And, of course, that was done in anticipation that the T-Mobile and Sprint merger was approved. And closes, and then when everything's kind of migrated and combined and merged, however you want to say it, this phone is basically future-proofed for that combination, which is awesome. But you're not going to get 5G on AT&T. Yes, it does have band 5 for LTE, but it doesn't have band N5, which is AT&T's 5G sub-6, if you will, low-band frequency. Not to be confused with millimeter wave. This doesn't have 5G millimeter wave. That's a sleeve right there that comes on top of the phone, if you're ever wondering that. I know I have these in my videos sometimes. I try to keep everything intact to make it resellable. Of course, you can't always keep those intact when you take them off the phone. But anyways, specs, Snapdragon 855 Plus. It's a gaming beast, honestly. Quad HD Plus, dynamic AMOLED with the 90 hertz refresh rate. And let's see. As I said already, 12 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of internal memory. Let's see. It's standard stuff that y'all really already know about there, But the phone, it flies. It really does. I know that when these phones first came out, a couple of people, specifically Jay Will, sent his back, as well as a couple of other people that were having connection issues. I didn't experience none of those. But then again, when I actually ordered this phone, it was on back order, and I had to wait for it. Like, it literally took 3 weeks, and I had overnight shipping. But, because it wasn't in stock, they couldn't ship it. They still let me order, so obviously they were anticipating more, which they did. Here it is. But this phone had I've had no connection issues. It was, when it was on 5G, it would switch back to 4G LTE, out and about, pretty seamless as you would expect. And, but again, though, I had T-Mobile 5G almost everywhere around Shreveport, Bossier. And just, not really at the house, but I did get LTE with T-Mobile here, which was probably the best that I've ever had. So, it's almost usable, really, here. But, of course, I unlocked it eventually and used it on AT&T, as I typically do. But the phone's been great. I've used Hotspot. Hotspot works great. It's super fast, with 5G. And just, if y'all got any questions, let me know. But my next video will be on the factory unlocked direct from Samsung US Galaxy S20 5G. I got the standard edition. There's so many videos on the Ultra, the Plus, and I get so many devices myself, and I got other things going on, I make a modest living, so I don't always cut corners, but sometimes I do. I honestly didn't think I was gonna like the S20 5G as much as I really do. I'm critical on Samsung, very critical, but they did it. It's awesome. That's in another video. So stay tuned for that. I'm not gonna tell you I'm gonna have it up in a week just to take a month, but I'm actually gonna try to have it, before a week, like literally in the next couple of days. So just bear with me. I hope y'all like this quick little overview of the OnePlus 7T Pro 5G McLaren. Again, originally like the T-Mobile, but I do have it on AT&T. If y'all just want to check out the I can't even think of the camera specs. I know that they were upgraded from the 7 Pro, but they're the same ones that are on the 7T non-Pro. and this phone right here is OnePlus's most expensive phone ever. This thing was $900. So yeah. So before y'all complain about the $1,000 that the S25G starts off at, this is a OnePlus phone. Supposed to be the flagship killer. $900. Yeah, and the thing of it is, the Samsung you can get a lot of deals on. So yeah, just remember that, and there's quite a few things still missing here. The micro SD is something that they're probably never gonna just add. They're never gonna bring back the fingerprint. I mean, not fingerprint. They're never gonna bring back the headphone jack, but IP rating and wireless charging and stuff that I'm sure eventually that they will add. People have been begging for them since before the OnePlus 3, but. Got some questions, hit me up. Let me know what y'all think. Stock Android, 10.0. I mean, it runs smooth. The only thing I didn't like was the battery life. The battery life it's videos that have talked about how bad the battery life is. It really is. It's not that great at all. My S25G is more powerful. Snapdragon 865. It has a 120 hertz refresh rate. So yeah, and the battery life is better on it. but I'm still a huge OnePlus fan, of course. But I hope y'all enjoyed this. Hit me up. Sorry for the I know some of y'all have commented that in the videos there, y'all. I do apologize about that, and I'm hoping I haven't made this too long. But there's just a lot to this phone. I mean, just check out the sheer amount of things that are in this. Just the box. I mean, it's crazy. Let me show you the back of this here right quick here. Let's see. Give y'all idea of the specs right there. There it is. Yep, there it is. 48, 16, 8 megapixel triple camera. Yep, it is UFS 3.0 2-lane for the internal storage. A DDR4X. Of course, the Samsungs came out with DDR5. Now of course, this is a big advantage to me on this phone. The Snapdragon X55 5G modem. The reason why that's a big deal to me is because we can talk benchmarks all day long about how much quicker the Snapdragon 865 is to the already insanely powerful 855 Plus that this phone has. But one thing that even the new 865 won't beat this 855 Plus on, if it has the X55 5G modem, is data speeds. Because the 865, it upgraded everything across the board except the modem. It's the same X55 that is found in the processor in this phone. So, as far as data speeds, I mean, it's, one and the same, The Snapdragon 865 has the X55 Snapdragon 5G modem, and just like the 855, the 5G enabled 855 Plus, found in this phone right here. Of course, the 865 only comes 5G, so and I know I'm sure most of my viewers know that, but I hope y'all have enjoyed this. I know it kind of seems like I was ending this twice before already, and I just kept going, but it's just been so long, and I meant to do this a long time ago. So I am sorry for that. And y'all have a good one. I will see you on the next one. Peace.